Hello from a basement in central London. As you can see, there's been a development. My arms haven't got dramatically longer, but I have bought a tripod stroke selfie stick thing, and it's hopefully should sort stuff out. I want to rest the phone there because I was filming on the phone. Yeah, on a job in Oxford Street. It's social housing on one building. I think there's 18 flats or something, and then it's just an office block, the other one. But social housing in Oxford Street, that's not bad, is it? I mean on Oxford, like it looks down onto Oxford Street. That is pretty swish address when you think about it, considering the private flats around here to be about 8 million minimum. Basically what I've got is all of them. I have to terminate them. Someone's glanded them, so I've got to terminate those. And then there's some stuff over there, some terminations in that panel, and then there's a cable that needs to go spin round. I end up dizzy watching this. From that panel behind me, it goes basically up, across and down, into that trunk and over there, and then round into that panel. So basically my week's work will sort of be in here. Pretty boring really, but I'm in some, I'll have some good places to go on night, I expect, because I'm right in the middle of it. So I shall catch up with you in a bit. Oh, wobble wobble. And let you know how things are going on. This, I think, is going to be a bit of a cow, because those switches there, fuses there, they're all single phase, 3 core 35s. The neutral bar is right at the bottom and the earth bar is right at the top, and he wants it sleeving from basically cut them there, ring them there, expose the cores, then I have to heat shrink heat shrink the neutral, which is the grey, heat shrink the earth, which is the black, heat shrink all them up, and then I can terminate the phase into whichever supply it goes to. So that's my job for this week, which is, like I said, incredibly boring. It's almost like domestic stuff really, wiring a fuse board. And then I have actually, the other ends of these are into fuse boards, they go into a junction box, which is in a flat. So technically I am wiring a fuse board. It's gone full circle, man. So yeah, I'll let you know how I'm getting on. There's the new purchase. Folds out into a little tripod, and then it's up onto it. There's the clamp, but it's also got a gimbal on the back, which it's like a little battery on it. There's the little charging port on the side. There you go, and that stops you wobbling or twist. So if you twist, it just straightens you straight back up. So it was all 30 quid. I thought, yeah, I might as well have one of those. Not a bad little tool. Good morning. Right, I'm working on this ride field panel, right? And I don't even want to show you it. It is that bad. It's got 18 cables going in, and basically it's all single phase. So that obviously the phase goes into the fuse, the neutrals go down to the bottom, and the earths are at the top. So the earths have to like loop down and back up like that, because he didn't want them going directly into the top. And it is awful. I don't want you to see it. So it's like there in front of me now. I'm not showing you it. But I went to see my mate last night, had a few beers. I tell you what, I had one called Voodoo Ranger. Oh my days, what a beverage. And I mean incredible. Well impressed with it. So if you find that, get it into you, because it is beautiful. I'm going to try and find some cans of it, because it was the business. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this nonsense, and then I've got some bits and bobs to do. I've got to re-gland some cables because they were the wrong size glands, which is going to be a pain. I'll show you that. So basically, that one and that one, they're a 50 and they need to be a 50S. So I've got to ungland them, pull them out, and then re-gland them. So that's going to be hilarious because look how long they are. Great. Were you as amazed as me when you saw this? So you tie it up, goes in, but you can't get your hand around the back to pull it out. So you went and you did that. So you could hook it in and hook it round. It blew my mind when someone showed me that. Simple, isn't it? Right, we've abandoned the what's it called? Rifle panel or Ryefield panel because the heat shrink that's been purchased doesn't fit. It's too big. So we can't continue, but I'm still not showing you it because it is absolutely terrible. There's not enough room. The panel isn't designed for the amount of cables that are going in it. So I thought, all right, I'll move on to the cable here, the 4-core-95 now. And whether you can see it, but from the gland to the lug, we've got 165mm 4-core-95. So we've gone from one terrible design to another terrible design. So we'll see how we get on with that. And then I've got that over in the corner, which is, and then I've got another cable to do here, over there, which is, oh God. Anyway, we'll see how we get on with this. So this is where the tie-up method becomes incredibly important. I'll give it a little bend and move about, but it's not going in straight, like incredibly straight, it's sort of straight. So what you do, I have to cut this down as well because it's a bit long. So I'm trying to mimic the cable as it would sit. Now I think we're somewhere there. I might just for a bit of safety, I might have left this a bit long, but I can cut it off. I can't cut it on, can I? So I'm going to mark this. I'm going to cut it. And then I'll see if it fits. And I'll have to, I don't use this. Yeah, it's long. It is long. That's not an issue. Just how long I want to find out though. Let's have another try. 4, maybe 5 mil long. What is it? No, I'm going to strip that. See if I can make it work. And that's done. That was an absolute task, that. Trying to get that, particularly that one and that one. They were really difficult to bend because there's nowhere for them to go. And then obviously it didn't help that the blue was on that side of the cable, so I had to come across and down. But that's done. I got the earth to put on now, if there's a lug for it. I got to tighten to give the gland a nip up because it's come loose. We've had a problem with a lot of them because the glands keep coming loose. You can tighten them up, really swing on them, tighten them as much as you can, and then you just get hold of it and go, you just crack it off. Crack it off. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Yeah, so I'm having an issue with the glands. I've had an issue with the panel. I've got an issue with that panel, which I'm not showing yet. There, look. Oh, no way, man. Right, I've got, this is the next thing. So I've got to take these two glands off because they're 50s and put a 50S on. Oh God, this is going to be awful. And then I've got to pull them up. All of that slack there, all of that. Oh look, all the red. It's going to come all the way up. I don't know where it's going to go. I haven't got a clue. Because I got a fix in there, stood by there, stood by there. So I don't know what's going to happen. The joys of design, eh? Well done, lads. Well done, you've designed another cracking job. Right, I'm going to tighten this gland on. And I'm going to see if I can sort of prove that these glands are rubbish. See if it works. It might not, but then again it might. Right, so that's that tight. I don't know whether this will work or not. No, that's got it. So that is tightened down at the arm and I can't tighten it anymore. So that's pretty decent. Now what I'm what my point I was trying to prove is that the glands have been coming, I've experienced it, they've been coming loose quite a lot. On that job at Waterloo, I had a few that were loose, and then on this job we've got a few that are loose, and they're coming from the same supplier, so I don't know whether that's the case. They're just really poorly made. So that's that tight now. Let's see if it stays tight when we push the cable in. So what we've done, I'll show you. Is took the cable out, took the two cables out, there they are. And there were 50S glands on. Now we thought there were 50 normal glands, so we could put a 50S on and we could just put them straight back in the hole, no problem. Alas, they need to be 40mm glands. So there were the cables, the glands that were on were 50S's, but they need to be 40s. So we've got a 50mm hole and a 40mm gland. So we're going to see if we can get some reducers to put on, like a threaded reducer, and then we can put the cables away. But up until this point we can't do it. So I'm going to put the glands on, tighten them up, and then put them in when the reducers come. Oh, what a job being a cable jointer. Right, what I'm doing now is I want to shorten the armouring, because I think we're going to have to take like 15mm, about 15mm off there, because that's too long and it'll come out the back of the gland. So I'm going to do that now, and the way I'm going to do it is this. So I'm going to tie that round on the top. Make sure everything's in line. There we go. Right. So I'm going to take off. Well, let's have a look, see. Let's have a look, see. Where's the old... Oh, where's the gland at? I will go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear. I'll knock the camera over. So there, look. So I only need sort of that. So I'm going to take off that much. So line up the exhaust cutter. Bloody no, right on the right one. So there's the line that I'm going to go to. I'm going to cut that off now. And instead of trying to bend them, because I tried to do that with that one, bloody ridiculously hard. So I'm just going to, because I've got the mark, I'm just going to clip them. Now I have to take that back up, because because I've got to get the shroud and the gland and everything over it, so I'll show them back in. It's only a 35mm, but it's a 40mm gland because it's an FP. I think it's an FP 400, but it's a 5-core 35mm. So this is the state of play. Cable's out. Now to take the cables out, I had to take that bracket out. I don't even know what that was doing. There was a thread bar in there, so that had to be removed. There was a bracket there, so I had to take both of those thread bars out in order to take the cables out, down, and then the loop round up to there. So it should just go, obviously it'll go back in exactly the same because I haven't shortened or lengthened. Well, I did shorten them a little bit, but there should be enough. It's only because the arm rim was too long, it would have come at the back of the gland. So there we go. I'm going to go and phone the missus now because I'm in the basement and I've got no signal. Just up in the Tommy's burger joint. That is absolutely incredible. And I mean incredible. In Soho. I'm not telling you fibs. One of the best burgers I've ever had. It was lovely. Expensive, but it was nice. We've got one near us in Cambridge called, oh my god, Steak and Honour. I've never tasted burgers like it. That's absolutely amazing. That was pretty good though. It was enjoyable. I just sat and watched the world go by for a little bit. The crazy world of Soho. Oh, and this, and I had to come back to this. Absolute pain. A penis in the anus, that's what it is. It just hasn't been thought, all of it hasn't been thought about. Anyway, early finish today again. I've been, oh, stay there. Because I'm an idiot and I forgot my trainers to go to the gym, I bought some, that is training, not so yeah, I got myself some of them, just cheap ones like that. Fila, but I'll be able to wear them to the gym tonight and go and get a shower and all that jazz because I forgot mine. They were only 30 quid, so happy days, I was happy with that. Put them back in the box, back in the bag, set off. It's a nice walk. I'm on Oxford Street and I parked quite near, well, as near as I could, at the bottom end of Soho, bottom end of Piccadilly, Leicester Square. I want to show you Leicester Square as well today, because they're setting the thing up, it must be for Top Gun. Then there's like, in Leicester Square, there's like a fighter jet and all that sort of stuff. Saw it this morning when I walked to work. So I'll show you that in a bit. So when we walked down there, oh sorry, that was where I was parked, and then I couldn't stay in that car park anymore, so I'm back over at Waterloo. Parked in the car park that I usually park in, or that I parked in on that job. It's a little bit further to walk, but it's not that bad. Plus it's nice and sunny, so not as if it's cold. So I'm going to do that now. I've got 2 cables to get away, only 35mm, but they're just a pain. So I've got them to do, and then I'm off ski. Up the road, yeah, I'll show you, watch. So the cables come in there, right? Not in there, which is where I would have brought them. Right, so you're bringing them up there, and then they've got to go behind all of this. Every one go behind there. So I've got one to that switch and one to that switch. So the two cables, I've got to get them all the way up. Then you've got the earth bar and the neutral bar there. So all the neutrals and earths come up there. They obviously go like that. They're up there like that, and they're going to cross each other and whatnot. So I've got that to do. And then the reducers are coming in the morning for that. So I can get those two put in, and then they bring round to that bottom switch there. But then the neutrals and the earth have to go up and onto those two on that side. Then what is there to do? There's another room just along the way, just over that way. And there's 4 cables in there to put away. So yeah, and then that'll probably be done and dusted tomorrow, and then back next week to do the flats. And they've got 3 core 35 mils going to them, all into junction boxes. So that light's a pain in the bum, innit? So yeah, I've got all that to do next week, and then I'm off because I am going to get married. Well, I'm not going to get married, we're having the party. So I have to set up for that. And then we have the things on Friday. And then we go on our honeymoon for 2 days to Southwold on Sunday. Sunday, we'll come back Tuesday. But it'll be a nice break. Southwold's nice. And there's a brewery tour, an Adnams brewery tour, so I get to go and drink beer and see how beer's made, which is nice. Right, I'm going to go and have a walk down Charing Cross Road. Is it Tottenham Court Road, then Charing Cross? Anyway, wherever it is. But I'll show you the Top Gear. Top Gun. What they're setting up for Top Gun. So I'll see you in a bit. Just before we go, I've been working on a joke. So, can you imagine how incredible Mr. Bombastic's fully erect penis is if, by his own admission, his semi's fantastic? There's a big plane round the other side, see if I can get that. They put all hoardings up round the Top Gun thing, so I couldn't find the plane. They hid it. So if I'd videoed it this morning, I'd have seen it, but useless that I am. Oh look, the missus has come to see me. It was just in the Sunday afternoon runabout. She's going back home in a bit. I'm not even kidding when I say it. One of the best beers I've ever drank. Nearly good as duration. If you don't know what duration is, check it out. Find them online. The best alcoholic drinks you will ever put past your lips. But this is pretty close. Do you remember your first drink? Look at the state of him. The funny thing is, his 3 mates are absolutely fine. He's absolutely goosed. Oh, there we go, look, taxi home. Taxi home. No, they're not turning around. Is he going to fall over? There's a possibility. I don't suppose his mates out and blowing that vape in his face. It was that good, I got another one. Something that doesn't happen very often, does it? Oh, where's he gone? No, he's gone. I've walked past it a million times. Not a million. Not being divvy, but I walked past it a lot of times and then didn't realise what it was all about. Because I looked at it and thought it was that. Right? But, watch this. Right? It looks like a little pokey bar. When you walk in, and there's a beer garden. Is that about? A tree in the street? And here we go. This is where I live. See this thing here? That graffiti bit has been there for ages, and I mean ages. Usually, everything gets graffitied over, but it's been there for good, I don't know, a year, which is unbelievable. Anyway, what we're going to do, there's Waterloo station. London Eye is just over there behind those buildings. So this is my digs. This is my hotel, really. There we go. Waterloo station. Digs. That's me lavvy. What I basically sit on every night, and I've got a half baked folded over cushion. Look at that. 4 cans of San Miguel I've never even drank. I might drink them. So anyway, we go in and there's my little control pad. There's my gym bag, because I'm dead healthy in that. There's my children. There's my bed. I do not believe this has just happened. Got the reducers to reduce the cable hole, the hole down from 50mm to 40mm, right? Hang on. I've just dropped it down there. You can just make it out. And look. That's it, I can't get you down any further in. Oh God. Good start to the day. Right, the plan is hook a duck. Be more careful in future, stupid ass I am.
Call me the Joker, call me the fool. When she Yeah, I'll put some food in.